that we never sold, and this is something we take responsibility, and we was very careful about this, and we are the company who was insisting to leave the white sand and to do a plantation of cashew nut there, which is we have done. I have a proof to you also that the people who was selling the sand after we left, which is, I have some document confidential to hand over to you, and you will see who are these people who are selling this sand mining and this geology that are involved in that selling, themselves with the other party. We never sold as Gamico, not even one truck, or we take ever one truck of sand from that mineral, and this is a challenge for everybody to prove us if we are wrong.
I hear what you're saying. I just want you to understand that, you see, there were various stages to this mining operation. Carnegie was there, and they were terminated in 2008. Sometime in 2008, around September, your company, you were given a license in, of course, earlier in March, but in around September, you started your operation. So from September 2009, until your license was also revoked in 2014, you had exclusive possession of the mining sites. And this claim is not in relation to when the geology department took over the mining site. This claim is in respect of the period when Gamico was exclusively responsible for the mining site. You understand?
Yes, I agree.
Geology did sell sand, and that the evidence is already before this commission, that they did sell sand tailings, but they paid royalties on those sand tailings. Now they're saying there is no royalty paid for the period when you were in charge of the mining site. Whoever took it, I don't know. That is the claim, just so that you understand. Okay?
From our side as Gamico, when we was operating, I assure you that as far as we're concerned, we never sold any white sand to anybody. And this is something we stick on.
Okay.
And I have document.
Whatever you have, because this is a fact-finding commission, feel free, whatever you have, you can present to the commissioners.
Yeah,
Yes,
this document,
if you have documents, you can provide them.
this is to prove to you who was taking sand, not us.
Do you want the commissioners to see the documents that you have?
If you like, yes, I bought this
No,
document.
it's not what I like, it's what you want. Do you want the commissioners to see those documents?
I managed to get this document yesterday to present to you, yes.
Okay.
And the sand, according to the information I got from the area and the people was there, who was selling the sand there, the geology department and the area council. Those is the people who was selling the sand on that area. So we was not involved at any side. And this is the document, the one I would like to hand over to you.
With regard to the handing over of Carnegie, I'd just like you to look at these documents. This was the correspondence that was exchanged between Gamico, and the letter I'm going to show you was signed by Fadim Mazegi and the Geology Department. There are two letters from Gamico and one letter from the Geology Department about the handing over of the management. I'd like to admit them, so I'd like to see it before I do, and to confirm that those two letters came from Gamico.
Yes, madam, I saw that.
Two letters are from Gamiko.
Yes, madam.
They are. And there is one letter from Geology about the
Geology,
shares.
yes.
All right, thank you. Can I have them? I would like the commission to admit them. Mr. Chairman, may I apply to have this admitted as part of the bundle of GEO4? The GEO series. I'm going to gather all the documents that the witness produces, and then I'll apply to have them admitted as a bundle separately, if I may.
in a bundle. In a bundle. All right. Correspondence on the suggested handing over of Gamiko, commencing 16th March 2015 in a bundle. Admitted mark GEO 5.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Bazi, one of the documents you want to tender is this letter from Headquarters State Guards, State House, Banjul, October 6, 2009. Is that correct?
Sorry.
To show who was taking away this.
Counsel, that the witness handed over certain documents.
Yes. I want him to complete handing over all his documents so they can be tendered in a bundle.
Very well, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is the memo from Army Headquarters, to whom it may concern.
This is just...
That SAN is required by His Excellency for his projects.
This is just an example for you who was taking the SAN, just for you to know.
Just an example for who was taking.
Who has been taking the SAN from the area.
You didn't want to name them on record?
Sorry?
This one was signed by Lieutenant Colonel Solbaji.
It's not for me. This is just sample. I give you an example what these people they used to do.
Which people?
The authority, they are the one who's taking the SAN. You have it in front of you.
But you were the one who had the license at the time?
No, I have a license for the mining, but I never have a license to sell white sand. Even if the license was included in that, we never did that. So other people was taking advantage, like Geology, State House, and others to sell the white sand, but was not us.
But the white sand was supposed to be used to rehabilitate the mining
And that's
sites.
what we have done. From our side, that's what we have done. We rehabilitate what they've done. But if these people after us, they have been taken, so we don't have the power to stop them. You should ask this question for the Geology Department to explain how they was doing this. And we are ready to face them here in front of you. If they said we were selling sand, we will be more than happy to face them in front of you here.
They did not say you were selling sand. They said you allowed the sand to be removed, and you were supposed to rehabilitate. You did not rehabilitate. But it's okay. We'll look at your documents. This is what they have said. This is what you said. The commission will look into all the evidence.
No problem.
I just had another question on Gamiko before I moved away. Did you have a factory in China that you set up for the separation of the HMC into the different constituents?
No, we was sending to a factory there. Normally you send to people who has a factory there. One time we take students from here to go and train in there on those factories.
But you did inform the former president that you had set up a factory in China, and you in fact invited representatives from the Geology Department to attend the opening ceremony of the new separation plant in China, built for the purpose of further separating and processing the raw mineral sands mined in the Gambia and shipped to China. Is this not correct?
We have tried also to do separation in China, which is through joint venture with the Chinese, but it didn't work.
Did you set up a company? A joint venture company?
It was not a joint venture company. It was a company already existing in China. We was trying to have a corporation together with them.
So when the geology staff went to China, where did they go? To the factory in China. Which factory was it and who owned it?
It's owned by the Chinese company.
You did not have any shares in it?
Share there, no, it's no share.
What is the name of the Chinese company?
I will get it for you, ma'am. I don't have it off head.
I would appreciate that. Mr. Tony Gattas, whom you mentioned yesterday.
Yes.
You said he used to work for Carnegie.
Yes, madam.
And it was from there you identified him to work for you in Gamiko.
That's right.
What was his position in Gamiko?
His position was just taking the operation there on the ground.
He was in charge of the operations on the ground?
Yes.
All right. Now, after the revocation of the license of Gamiko,
Yes.
and EPAM came into the picture and was carrying out the mining operations. What did you maintain your relationship with Tony Gattas?
At that time, no, we have some problem, and I advise him personally not to take that stage because this will lead him to a problem. Personally, I advise him not to take that route to work with this APAM because this mining is a problem, and you put in yourself in trouble. Don't work with this kind of company. You will create a problem for yourself.
So you are saying neither you. What about your companies, Euro Africa Group or Gambia Milling Corp?